Il emmêle tous ces câbles. C'est bon. Allô? 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 Bonjour. Bonjour la France. J'espère ne pas avoir menti aux Français. Live est bien lancé. Ah oui, aujourd'hui, on va faire un truc. On va baisser la qualité du live dans une démarche quasi écologique. Est-ce que tu es là? Est-ce que tu es là? Chi. Ouais. Hop. Settings, stream, hop. Parti. Paf. Hop. Vidéo. Allô? Allô? Incroyable. J'ai calmé la qualité. Comme ça, c'est mieux.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Il a une backdoor.
Is this a fact? I have a bad feeling about this.
Il a une backdoor dans sa et dont les entrées et sorties ne sont pas. Dis-moi, j'ai baissé la qualité, économiser du réseau, tout ça, Jean-Jacques, semi-écolo on va dire, mais est-ce que ça reste lisible? Voyez. Voilà, Bobo, exactement, oui, moi je réduis la qualité monstrée. Bonjour, j'ai pas tout vu la VOD, tu as trouvé de quoi aller sur l'île? J'ai pas trouvé, non, du coup j'ai fait d'autres trucs, je suis parti ailleurs, car je n'ai point trouvé encore l'accès, que j'ai visité d'autres endroits. Je suis allé voir, donc j'ai fait tous les dialogues avec Dr Doom Jazz, Docteur. Et j'ai parlé aussi à The Witness to the End. Donc lui, il est chargé de veiller au bon fonctionnement et à la bonne fin des îles. Il supervise ça. Et Dunja, c'est le docteur. Et donc lui, il est devenu un espèce de fanatique religieux qui pense que le syndicat a dévié de sa mission. Et le docteur, il nous a appris que lui allait pas bien au niveau de sa santé, il entendait les voix des citoyens morts, c'était pas ouf. Alors, je pense avoir trouvé une arnaque qui me permettra de rentrer par le chemin pas prévu. C'est que j'ai débloqué le double saut. Je pense que je saute assez haut pour rentrer par la cage de dehors. Et là, je voulais aller voir Carmelina, mais sauf que je comprends pas où est l'entrée de son appartement. Peut-être que je suis un peu bête, mais... Genre elle est dans le bâti, enfin à l'étage juste au-dessus de moi, mais je vois pas de porte ni rien. C'est la clinique de Dunjas, je crois. C'est. Un peu bizarre. Genre, il est là-dedans, je sais pas par où on rentre. On pas tout à l'architecture de cet endroit. Bah donc c'était ici en fait, parce que quand tu utilises les bains de pied là, et bah tu gagnes un autre. Le précédent truc que j'avais gagné, c'était la capacité de voir tous les items où est-ce qu'ils sont. Ah, il y a une... Oui, c'est vrai qu'il y a un truc. Ipeta, a goddess that's expert in terraforming, built a labyrinth in a dead star during the Great Betrayal, donc la guerre entre les hommes. She was killed in her endless city in Siberia. Her corpse is buried deep within the Russian catacombs and guarded by custodians. Et du coup, ils gardent les dieux, pas que les fanatiques du syndicat viennent les ressusciter. Pas juste l'attraper comme ça au vol. Ah, il y a une musique là. J'ai pas pris ici. Ah si. En fait c'était là l'entrée. Ah le con. Ça ressemble à une porte hein. Ça ressemble à une porte. Leader Montserrat, may the silent goat always walk with you. Last time I saw Montserrat was when I was exiled 3 million days ago. Exile trial 13. The crime you committed is severe. Your actions could have ended the syndicate. Let yourself be deceived by damned harmony. The god used you to enact a plot against us, threatening our holy mission and endangering the rest of the holy cosmic pantheon. I cannot believe you, of all people, let this happen. It breaks my heart. You served us so well and for so long. Do you have anything to say? I don't think anything I will say matter. You are unrepentant, just realistic. You are not interested in circumstances so long as you get your theatrics. You are the head of the Paradise Psycho Unit. You are supposed to protect us against dangers. You failed us. Your sentence is exile. You will be sent to the Idle Islands for the rest of your eternal life. Paradise Psycho Unit will be disbanded. Bye Lady Love Dice. We will never meet again. Effectivement, on n'a pas meet again. C'est lui. Ah, il y a un marchand.
What do you want, freak?
See Carmelina. Is she expecting you?
Don't test me.
I'd hope so. She would know the investigator is on the island. John Marshall Akiko, 14, already has the suspect in custody. The crime is solved.
I don't like this.
Let's not do this. Just take me to see Carmelina.
Whatever, freak. She waits in the throne.
Carmelina, c'est l'architecte des îles.
Lady Love dies. The investigator is here.
Born to Romeo and Natasha Silence on the 4th island sequence under the sign of Blood Dancer. Her parents were skilled island architects and taught her how to weave psychic will into structure. Carmelina has since become a genius architect and will soon achieve the perfect island. Romeo Silence was seduced by the god's cosmic deceit and committed treason against the syndicate. As part of his punishment, no member of the Silence family would ever be allowed to the council. Et donc, en fait, là, elle est coincée. Parce que nous, on est juste en dessous du conseil. Et elle pourra jamais accéder au conseil. Her mother was killed fighting to protect the council during the demonic invasion on the 9th Islands sequence.
Investigation freak.
Exile wasn't permanent for the investigation or little computer.
The investigator is here.
The Syndicate needs me, I answer.
What?
This is the worst crime in our history. Leader Montserrat and the entire council have been taken from us. Losing Montserrat to an act of savagery is the loss. All of us in the Syndicate will struggle to overcome.
Crime is repulsive.
I'll make sure they are avenged.
This is nonsense.
The sentiment is superfluous. Hitler has already been apprehended by the Grand Marshal.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Is that the same Grand Marshal that allowed the alleged killer to escape?
This is nonsense.
Don't swing accusations around on your first day out of prison. Why did Judge choose you to assume the role of leader?
Craft is its own reward.
Temporary leader, don't forget that.
We have achieved
The
perfection.
law still stands. I am a servant, not a leader. The sins of my father still bind me.
I don't like this.
That's what I don't get. Your father's punishment still stands. Shouldn't be on the throne.
We have achieved perfection.
You are out of the loop. The next island will be perfect and I'm the architect. I will see us to the new island and then step aside. Any guarantee of that?
Believe what you want.
Law is law. The leader cannot overturn it without unanimous council backing. Marshal work for the council, not the leader. They will ensure the law is carried out.
Craft is its own reward.
I am an artist, a craftswoman. I have no desire to manage and administrate. These concrete halls are vessels for bureaucracy, not art.
Believe what you want.
I hope you can close this incident quickly. This island wants to die. Perfect 25 is coming. The murderer is in custody.
Crime cannot hide.
Alleged murder.
Do your job.
Do not ignore the evidence to find the truth that isn't here. There. Pardon. Ah, un truc à savoir sur Carmelina, c'est que elle était, quand on a visité la zone bannie par l'invasion des démons sur cette séquence d'île 25, la zone bannie, dedans on a trouvé un laboratoire d'études des démons, et je crois que Carmelina faisait partie, il y avait je crois 2 personnes qui avaient accès à cette salle secrète. Ils avaient enchaîné des démons. I'm here to hunt the truth that haunts Thailand, no matter which truth you may cling to.
Believe what you want. Can I help you with anything?
Investigator, can I help you with anything? Parti.
Crime cannot hide.
Can you think of anyone that would want to strike against the council?
Do your job.
Asking such a thing is dreadful, investigator. The prime suspect is behind bars and needs to be executed.
This is nonsense.
All of us are loyal members of the syndicate. I can't think of anyone that would commit a crime like this.
That
You have no reason to suspect anyone in the syndicate at all.
We have achieved perfection.
Why would I? Perfect 25 is coming and we are on the verge of a new era.
Craft is its own reward.
Future was bright for the syndicate before last night happened. Architect, what do you know about the crime last night? Sorry. Only what we were told by the Grand Marshal in the crisis meeting.
Do your job.
Henry broke free and murdered the council.
What the hell?
Why would a citizen have enough motive and the ability to kill the council breaching all of the holy seals?
What?
That's not for me to question. I'm surprised there are any question at all.
Got it.
Do you believe he did it?
Do your job.
Of course, and so should you. You are a disgrace. Finish this quickly and maybe the next council will favorably look on you. Do you feel aren't you being rewarded for your hard work, architect?
What?
What do you mean by that?
Sure.
I've heard that there is a suspicion that you feel aggrieved by all your hard work building the islands, not being rewarded with a seat on the council.
Craft is its own reward.
Alors ça, elle ment. Si elle dit si elle nie totalement, elle ment parce qu'elle a fait des demandes au conseil pour lever sa punition. Elle a fait des demandes qui ont été rejetées.
How dare you?
Are you trying to build a motive for me?
I was born to investigate.
That's my job. You're going down the wrong path. Titles and powers aren't my desires. What can you tell me about your self-imposed isolation 25 years ago?
Do your job.
I have no idea why something I did 25 years ago is any of your concern.
That's
What were you
strange.
doing? You said it was for a project, but no one has ever seen what came of it. What I choose to do is nothing. You need to concern yourself why. It's nothing you need to concern yourself why.
Where?
Where were you last night?
We have achieved perfection.
Visiting witness. His role is to oversee the end of an island. The last moments are best enjoyed with an old friend. Do you often visit witness? No, not in recent times. Our THS au secours, diverged.
That's strange.
Then why last night? For so long he has been integral to my art. Every island has failed and he has borne witness to the end of each one. This may be the last time an island ends. If Island 25 is perfect, there will be no more endings to watch.
Craft is its own reward.
I wanted to say goodbye to old art.
The investigator is here.
What time did you arrive? About 9 PM. The logs on his apartment should be able to confirm that.
Got it.
I've already checked the logs, they confirm your location.
We have achieved perfection.
As expected.
Investigate.
I'll save you a question as well. I left when Judge summoned us for a crisis meeting, sometimes after midnight.
Sure.
Are you sure you were with witness all night?
Craft is its own reward.
Yes, all night. And you didn't leave him for a moment.
Investigate.
You have something you wish to ask, investigator?
When love died,
What
All that
about
remains
when
are
Akiko
facts.
called him? Didn't he leave the room? He did leave the room to take the call on his balcony. People leave the room for other reasons as well.
Do your job.
Il y a 5 minutes. 5 minutes où on ne sait pas où elle était. You wish for me to recall each time either of us went to the bathroom? Did witness look like he was in pain when the council were murdered?
How dare you?
You know about his illness? Witness suffers greatly whenever someone dies on the island. Be they citizen or syndicate member. Last night he doubled over pain, breathless in agony. He suffers so much when there is a death. Donc oui, son truc là, c'est une information que Doom Jazz nous apprend, le docteur, c'est qu'il entend les voix des morts au moment où il meurt. Normalement on les entend pas, mais lui il entend et du coup ça le rend pas très bien. How was Witness last night? Anything strange? He wasn't happy I was there, he seemed agitated. How did this behavior manifest? His mask lets you see more than he thinks it does. Surprise, confusion, worry.
sure.
Do you think he was involved with the murder? That's not for me to say, I'm just trying to be helpful. Bon, elle nous aime pas, mais au moins elle nous crache pas dessus comme Louis. Did you see Yuri last night?
This is nonsense.
He's my secretary investigator. It would be strange were I not to see him. So that was before you went to witness's apartment? Yes, we concluded our business for the day and he left to deal with the fairy woman from the celebratory gardens. What do you know about KHX's disappearance? It's a mystery. I do hope nothing bad happened to him. He always enjoyed talking. When did you last see him? A couple of weeks ago. My schedule became hectic as we closed down the island. Did you see Crimson last night?
We have achieved perfection.
I didn't see Miss Acid last night. She was probably in her little den. Go and speak to her. Did you see the doctor last night?
Craft is its own reward.
I didn't. At the crisis meeting, he said he was in his clinic. Lui, du coup, il a une backdoor, donc c'est un peu la merde. Did you see Lydia and Sam last night? Need to speak to your investigator. He was Lydia's handler last night. You know anything about the murder of the marshal guards outside of the council building? Rappel sur les marshals. Ils étaient habillés en marshal, mais ce n'étaient pas les marshals. Dont on a les corps. Donc je sais pas qui c'est. Using fine marshals to a killer like that is a tragedy. Fortunately, I don't have any further insight for you, investigator. What do you know about the second holy seal? It's one of the big mysteries, isn't it, investigator? You are the architect and you don't know? Security. It's the only bit of the island I don't design.
We have achieved perfection.
It is better for the council to design their security and keep the secret to themselves. What do you know about the escape last night? You should speak to the Grand Marshal investigator. She was there and has a report waiting for you. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago? I'm not sure what help I can be, and Henry was possessed and allowed demons onto our precious island. My hard work was destroyed. The dead zone is a reminder of his crime. Can I ask you something, architect? What's your dog's name? Platinum.
Ah,
Did you get him?
Craft is its own reward.
This island a few years ago, during an abduction operation, Trey followed the marshals back. Never had you down as a dog person. I thought you'd be more into cats.
Investigate.
I wanted a companion that doesn't talk. Cats are fine, but I see too much of myself in them. I pet him? You must. This is a good boy. Are you a good boy? Can you help me sniff out the murderer?
Can I help you with anything?
Wow, on peut pet le dog du coup. Can I help you with anything else, investigator? I'm busy. You can pet the dog. The dog has been pet. Échelon des trucs dans des endroits à la con. Ah, ils l'ont pas fait là. Alors. Non, la librairie, j'ai déjà fait. Alors, la librairie, on apprend là-dedans que les livres interdits, qui permettent notamment d'invoquer des démons, ont été consultés il y a longtemps et en boucle par Yuri. Enfin, interdit dans le sens qu'ils contiennent des infos dangereuses, mais le syndicat a le droit totalement d'aller les lire. Bon, allons voir si notre double saut. On va retourner à la plage. C'est une utopie gauchiste si le syndicat a tous les droits. Alors, je pense que pas vraiment hein, quand même. Je rappelle qu'ils enlèvent des gens. Ils enlèvent des gens pour prier les dieux. Ils les traitent comme des esclaves. Bon. C'est pas la meilleure utopie. Hein. Allez, on va essayer de bourrer au double saut parce que je suis un peu désespéré. Alors, est-ce que je suis assez haut? Oui, ça marche. Ah, d'accord. Non, en fait, il fallait bien un double saut. Il n'y a pas d'autre moyen d'entrer en fait. Ça, c'est une cellule fermée. These are leads to the barracks. It's a secure tunnel to the desolation cell. Ah, d'accord. What do you want, freak? What's your deal? Security. After last night, I'm here to man the bridge control.
That's strange.
Why? These are the only controls. The Grand Marshal is guarding the killer. If he escapes again, which he won't, I'm here to raise the bridge.
Sure.
Oh, just in time. Glad Paradise is safe now. Attends, c'est-à-dire qu'on n'est pas censé arriver là? Pas tout con. Mince, j'ai pas le skull. Merde. Ah mais attends.
Ah. Ooh, the investigator is here.
Elles ont été fondues. Punaise, les barres étaient ouvertes là. Ah le con quoi. Genre j'ai fait le tour pour aller loin alors qu'en fait c'était ici. Bravo. Ok. D'ailleurs que je ne peux pas lever le pont si je peux pas hacker cet ordi. Et je peux pas hacker cet ordi actuellement. Ah là la vérité. Ah, peut-être. Ah si, en fait, peut-être que je peux. Si, je peux. Excusez-moi, j'avais le crâne. Non mais les barreaux là que j'ai pas vu pendant 3 ans. Ok, c'est bon. Je suis vraiment pas malin. Mon dieu, j'ai raté ça, mais bon, c'est pas grave, on y est, ça y est. Let's go. Ok, donc je peux faire les têtes de crâne. Je pensais que je pouvais pas, mais en fait, il y a un ordi que je peux ouvrir. Oh. Congratulations.
Travel unlocked. Getting safe. Avoid in the tank.
Nenorocito.
What the hell?
I'm calling you something unspeakable in my native
Oh,
language.
I'm glad to be back.
Good to see you again, Akiko. Born in Mihai Day, Romania in AD 9091 under the sign of New Knight. Grand Marshal recruits, trains and leads her marshals in any military activity the Syndicate performs. Akiko was born an orphan in Mihai Day, Romania during the reign of the gods. She was drafted into the army of New Knight as Damned Harmony forces across Eastern Europe. Age 13, she was leading guerrilla operation after excelling at hand-to-hand and weapon-based combat. When the Great Betrayal happened, she planned to join the Syndicate. New Knight had given her a home and a purpose. She had no intention of forsaking her god. And refused on the murderer.
Sure.
I'm listening.
Check.
There is always a first time, I suppose. Henry Division has been incarcerated for a decade. Before his incarceration, he was arrested multiple times for arson, robbery, assault, and attempted celestial ritual. He had been under watch by his school and served as a short jail time for attempting to communicate with the gods in a failed ritual. 1 year later, he succeeded in communicating with the gods. Demons poured in through the psychic pathways he opened. Henry was possessed by a demon and killed his mother in their apartment. We arrested him, but he had already tainted the island. We sealed off the area around his apartment, a concrete sarcophagus over the dead zone. The Henry resisted arrest and murdered our chief exorcist, Clarice Bloodlines. He's been kept here in the desolation cell full of inhibitors ever since.
How?
So how did he escape? I removed him from his cell and took him to the ritual stone. Blood pools in the recesses of the stone and stops in the recesses of the stone and stops the tainted liquid from touching the
That
island.
Labajiu.
Took his chance. When I opened the cell, he pushed me aside and then he was gone. This was 33:52.
Don't test me.
You appear uninjured.
Prost.
Masario Heavy Industries, Bleeding Edge, Kagawa Power Armor. The armor wasn't enough to stop a citizen.
Prost.
When you face a demon in a battle, you get to command Freak.
Got it.
How did Henry get a murder weapon? Took my combat knife. He escaped. In the struggle, he grabbed my knife. He attacked you? No, he took it and ran.
There?
Where did you find him?
Și asta ce înseamnă?
Outside the council building. Midnight past 3, he was passed out. The demons did his work and left him broken. He had the knife with him. I attempted to secure the crime scene but wasn't able to. We are not able to traverse the second
I'm a
Olysio.
soldier.
Wrap this up so we can execute him and go to the next island. Love
The
dice.
facts and the truth
Our
are not the
orders
same.
are to investigate before we execute.
Nenorocito.
Don't drag this out. You do your work and let me do mine. Here's my report about last night.
That Labajiu.
The report on the Labajiu story. Dr. Doomjazz left his medical report with me as well. Take it. Doomjazz examined Henry. When we found him, we called the doctor. It's standard practice to get him examined. Speak to Doomjazz if you want to know
Vai,
more.
nenorocito.
Goodbye.
Ah,
This is the Dr. Doomjazz medical report for Henry. Doomjazz examined him last night after his arrest. Syndicate health assessment document, citizen
don't
nurse.
test me.
Examination instructions state that citizens should be examined but not administer medication or care beyond what is necessary. Patient's body is strong but fatigued, no clear sign of possession, scarring, burns, and arcane sickles. Blood work show no sign of abnormalities or medication.
That's weird.
Patients had visible blood around the mouth. Tests show is this blood matches several victims of the council murder.
Sure.
Further sample confirmed that the blood was ingested via the mouth and within the stomach of the patient, likely ingested during the attack. Patient appears free from mental illness, suffering from amnesia, a common side effect of demonic possession. Patient has no memory of the decade since he was possession. Patient doesn't remember anything about the event of tonight. Collapse most likely extreme exhaustion from the exertion.
I hate
During the patient's
demons.
possessions 10 years ago, arcane sigils were seared into his flesh by the possessing demon. These symbols were found drawn in blood at the crime scene. Since no exorcism was performed 10 years ago, Henry has been tortured by the demon contained within him.
Sure.
During prior examination, the patient has complained about the white-hot rage inside of him. The patient's body has had correct dosage of demonic inhibitors. My final assessment is that the demon within the patient managed to overcome the inhibitors at a crucial moment. The patient escaped under the will of the demons with no memory of it having happened.
Got it.
Well, everything checks out.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Can you think of anyone that has motive for the
Pe
crime?
bune.
Investigator,
That Labajiu.
the Labajiu in the cell did it. Don't waste
The
my time.
investigator
Don't
is
think of
here.
anyone else with motive for killing council on and threatening the entire structure of the
Do
syndicate.
you want to die?
What do you think? What do you think?
I have a bad
That
feeling.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
Nenorochito.
Nenorochito.
Paradise feels wrong.
Really believe Henry did this? Every bit of security breached by a
La
citizen.
Dlabadziu.
Slabadiu is a normal city possessed by a demon.
Rahat.
Of course, Available did it. He broke free when I was there, and we found him outside the council building. Don't have any doubts?
Nenorochito.
Are you stupid? The relationship with Captain Voth have anything to do with this?
Ah,
An illicit relationship that got found out would be punishable. I'll kill
got
you.
it.
Careful. Have you got a motive,
Taci,
Akiko?
dracului din gură.
I don't have a motive. I'm a soldier. Soldiers have honor and live to serve. I'll assume that's a no then.
Crime is repulsive.
You've been asking for the marshal to be inducted, haven't you?
Rahat.
It's a reasonable request. We guard these islands, but you've been denied. What if there was an incident that prompted the council to reconsider? Trying to end all crimes on the eve of Perfect 25, for example?
Ești pe bune?
I admire you. You believe so fully in all sorts of little stories and fantasies. It must be nice being so credulous, undaunted by the
I
world.
don't like this.
That a denial then? Of course. We found out you are going to be punished next time for your relationships with your marshals. That gives you clear motive. Keep the council to protect yourself.
That's a lie, Nenorochito.
The investigator is here.
Means you are full of shit, you don't know anything. I live by the rules, I'm a woman of honor. We'll see about that. Tell me about your movements last night. I need your alibi.
Ce?
Have you read my report? Were you listening to what I told you?
I need to investigate
It
this.
doesn't include what you did between Henry escaping and being found.
Nenorochito.
I called a witness when it happened. At 23:52.
Nenorochito.
Yes. Then I ordered my marshals to secure other syndicate members. What about the council?
Soldiers of
My best
honor.
marshals were guarding them. They reported in all clear. But then they were
Do
killed.
you want to die?
Is this a joke to you? Do you want to die by my hand?
Got it.
What did you do next? I went back to the barracks to organize a search for Henry.
La Dlabadziu.
I found where he had torn the prison bridge bars apart to escape. The Labadju could have been anywhere. The Olisil marshals stopped responding. That's when we found Henry outside the council building.
What time?
What time was this? Midnight past 3. That's precise.
Nenorochito.
Being precise is my job.
Sure.
Can anyone corroborate this?
Nenorochito.
The word of the Grand Marshal isn't good enough for you, Nenorochito?
The truth remains obscured.
Investigator can't go off your word.
Uistă.
Witness will confirm the phone call. Marshals will confirm the
Thank
rest.
you.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Crime cannot
Can I see
hide.
your phone records?
Ești prost?
My records are classified. You are refusing to give evidence.
Classified.
Classified.
Got it.
I get it. Do you know where KHX is? No, he's been missing for several
The
days.
investigator is
Have you
here.
searched for him? What do you think? My marshal conducted a brief research, but we are stretched thin at the end of an island. There are several thousand citizens that need rounding up and taking to total ritual. Do you have any suspicions about what happened to him? No. If he wants to disappear, then let him.
Sure.
Even though a mass murder happened last night, he didn't do it. Henry did. Of course. Tell me about why your necklace is in KHX workshop. I think you've stumbled onto something, don't you?
Cârpă!
Got me at the scene of a crime. KHX made my necklace and it broke a while ago. I took it to him to get repaired before the end of the island. What's this? About a month ago. When he went missing, I accepted that fate had decided that the necklace wasn't supposed to go. It's important to let things go. So you haven't been to his workshop in the last few days. There are slightly more important things to do at the end of an island. Does the doc have a motive for killing the council?
You need to back off.
I don't have anything to say about the doctor. I found a photo of you in his boat.
Rahat.
I have nothing to say. You two have a
Do
history?
you want to die?
I said I have nothing to say. Okay. Did you see the doctor last night? I told you, he came to examine Henry after we found the laboratory.
Sure.
That was after the murder. Game before? No, I was busy. You know about the back door in Don Jazz's clinic?
Nenorochito.
He brought the power grid down a few years ago. When it came back online, that computer blew out.
Nurpa.
He was ordered to get the door fixed, but he never did.
Nanny, the hell?
Nanny the hell. How did he bring down the power? The reality folding drive kicks out an unfathomable amount of power, but the grid is fragile. A fine balance is maintained. The doctor tapped the HQ's grid for some tests he was doing that needed extra juice. There are official channels to go through to get extra power up, but he doesn't care. When he gets excited about something, Decade moves too slowly for him. When he fired up his equipment, the HQ's power grid went down. When it came back up, a number of systems blew out. It was chaos. Why wasn't he forced to get the computer fixed?
Nenorochito.
It has a lot of visitors and lacks the secrecy. That Pula wasn't in any rush. He smooth talked his way out of it. You see Yuri last night.
Shpebune.
You are making me mad. Who cares what his alibi is? The murderer is in this cage. What can you tell me about the guards at the first Olysia? Soldiers of honor, my two most trusted soldiers.
How?
How did Henry get the jump on two highly ranked
I'll
marshals?
kill you.
It's easy to judge and mock when you haven't lived through hell. The demon is a vile foe, unpredictable, frenzied, blood-crazed. My marshals will have fought valiantly, but an unknown foe overcame them. Unknown? Demons come from all corners of the heavens. It is impossible to know how each acts or fights. Why haven't the bodies of the marshals been cleared away? The judge ordered me to leave them for you to investigate. I protested. They deserve better than be poked at by someone playing detective. Can I see your sword?
I'll kill you.
There had better be a stunning reason why you're asking. I'm checking a lead about the weapon used to murder the marshals.
Nenorochito, you're out of your mind.
Do not disgrace their memory by chasing wild theories.
Got it.
Chedraku.
Akiko, investigator, here. This sword has seen some use. The blade is nicked. The nicked blade is consistent with the neck wound on the marshals.
Thank you.
Thank you, Akiko. Do you think the knife used to kill the first Olysian marshals was the one taken by Henry? It's like talking to myself sometimes. Of course I do. Describe it. The smooth blade combat knife.
Ah,
You're positive about the smoothness of the blade? Yes. It hadn't been used before now. My old knife became damaged during a training exercise recently. Tell me about you and Vought. Captain Vought.
Rahat.
Don't you dare speak about my marshals without proper rank.
crime cannot hide.
You were in a relationship with him.
Pula.
Relationships between myself and the marshals expressly forbidden.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Prost.
Watch yourself. A lot of murders happen on this island. Would anyone notice some investigator going missing? I took a blood sample on the dead marshals. They don't match marshal records.
Nenorochito, you're out of
What
your
is this
mind.
now?
I don't like this.
I don't think those dead bodies are marshals. That is total Rahat, investigator.
I don't like this.
Starlight ran the samples. Are you saying? I'm saying Starlight got it wrong. Your little pocket calculator is wrong. Starlight connects to the Central Syndicate. strongly. Why did you let Doomjazz examine the dead body of the martial guards? There was no need. Why didn't you let Doomjazz examine the dead body? There was no need. They had been carved up by the monster, who, as I keep saying, is in custody. Surely even the investigation freak can see it's an open and shut case.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Franchement, plus on a des éléments, plus ça ressemble qu'en fait ils étaient tous d'accord pour le faire. Ils se sont tous aidés à un moment. Enfin, ça ressemble à un méga complot de eux tous en fait. Enfin, genre, je me dis là. C'est trop bizarre, genre il y en a un qui aurait fallu qu'il ferme les yeux à un certain moment, que l'autre le couvre, et du coup j'ai l'impression que c'est un gros nœud comme ça. How did Henry manage to escape? I thought I gave you my report. I must have been dreaming or hallucinating. Okay, I get it. How did the bars of the bridge get broken? Henry broke through them. Oh, what if he didn't?
Ooh, the
Starlight's
investigation
analysis
is
of the
here.
residue on the bar says that it was explosives. Starlight is wrong. Your little machine is trying to analyze something demonic and doing the best it can. How did Henry escape if he was sedated? Labaju played us. The inhibitor needed to be stronger. The report says that they were the correct dosage. Bah, j'ai un peu l'impression, hein. What if the demon tricked us though? If the demon could slow Henry's body down, the dosage of inhibitor needed would be lower. Demon maintains this act and then when the time comes, he drops the pretense and makes his move. Is that likely? As likely as anything. Not that it matters, it is what happened. Why were you on your own when Henry escaped? It was just one prisoner that was supposed to be sedated. Sounds like arrogance. Sounds like you have to death wish.
The facts and the truth.
You broke
are not the
procedure.
same.
Why? I'll admit hubris. My marshals do not come to the next island with us. They engage in their final prayers. I wanted them to have one last moment of happiness before being wiped out. Soldiers aren't supposed to know happiness when it has to be done. Okay. You see the architect last night.
Put your head on a
Judas
spike.
here, I'm not her babysitter. You see Crimson?
Nenorochito.
Non, elle a pas vu Crimson. Did you see Lydia? Non, elle a pas vu Lydia ou Sam. Did you see Witness? He was at his apartment. My marshal secured him when Henry escaped. Go and ask him about it. Okay. What do you know about the second Alicia? I know that the Labadju in the cell got through it and killed the council. I also know you're wasting my time. What do you know about Henry demonic possession 10 years ago? What do you want? I told you about his possession. Why wasn't he executed when he was arrested? Pose the threat to the island. Are you stupid? Demon wouldn't die with him. Demon would escape into the island. So why execute him at the end of the island? Why not let him blink out of existence? That's the way it is in Oroshito. Criminals get theirs. He's a victim. He didn't want the demon to possess him. What do you know? You're sure he didn't invite the demon in? You got deceived by a god. Don't forget that. Got a minute, Akiko?
Nenorochito.
You're going to die. Humor me. Having fun playing detective?
Don't test
Investigator.
Nenorochito.
Whatever. Hurry up and get this investigation done. I'm waiting for you to tell me what I already know.
Don't test me.
I'm not letting you get your gun off until I know for
Pull
sure.
up.
You stupid. Get your pasarista in gear and go tell judge that Henry is guilty. You are wasting time. Time is different here. We have endless amounts of it.
I was born to investigate.
An investigator needs to soak in the fact, breathe in the evidence, savor the testy.
Dracului din gură.
I don't
This
care.
has been
Thanks.
delightful. The investigator is here.
This is where Henry started from according to Akiko. Claims he broke free at 23:52 and was found at midnight. Starlight can crunch the number.
That's strange.
The distance and times don't match up. Couldn't have broken free, made it to the penthouse, breached all 4 holy seal, killed the council, and have got back to the penthouse entrance. Be found in the time Akiko claims. Possible time frame.
Henry Division.
Who the fuck are you?
Henry Division.
Then born to Rena Division 27 years ago, father unknown. Arrested multiple times, some say. Il a eu du mal à
Who the
l'école.
fuck are you?
Got it.
An investigator, I want to ask you some questions about last night.
Wanna have a nice little chat?
The investigator is here.
Let's start with yours. You're a citizen born on this island 27 years ago. No one knows who your father
Whatever
is.
you fucking say.
That's weird, isn't it, investigator? You syndicate thugs control this whole island, but you don't know who fucked my mom. No DNA check, nothing.
Don't test me.
You've been in and out of the Marshall Detention Center more times than anyone else.
The facts and the truth are not
Fighting,
the same.
robbery, arson, torture, and then finally you got locked up when you were possessed by a demon and killed your mother.
Don't test me.
You broke the law and started communicating with the gods.
Paradise feels wrong.
An act forbidden because the psychic pathway allowed demons, other alien races to enter our reality and corrupt the island. I grew up without a dad on a synthetic island in a different reality, forced to worship gods that want to rule the world. I needed something to do. And some fuck started giving me book on demonology. Said I was gifted astral communicator or some shit.
Sure.
You don't know who it was.
Whatever you fucking say.
Sounds like I need to look into this.
My mind is like a desert covered in fog.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Going to need a drink after this.
Crime
Stop
cannot
it.
hide. Ooh, the investigator is here.
Couldn't handle communicating with cosmic beings and a demon possessed. Cosmic radiation poured out of you, and now we have the dead zone. A demon possessed you and you killed your mother and Grace bloodlines.
Whatever you
Exorcist.
fucking say.
I don't like this.
No memory of that either. Fragments. You ever tried to catch a fish with your bare hands? The trick is to put your hands in the water and let the fish get used. Eventually the fish will swim into your hands and you can grab it. Grab too early and it gets away. Take your hands out because the water is too cold and you start all over again. That's what it's like for me and my memories. Might have happened, it probably happened, definitely happened, it never happened. All of those are the same to me.
What a fucking surprise.
Are we going to fucking get down to some actual questioning or what?
Ah,
Before that, tell me about the demon inside
Are
you.
you fucking kidding me?
I've had 10 years of this fucking thing writhing around inside me. Glass shards in my bones, blood boiling. Flesh on fire. In a real fucking body. How does the demon make you act? My body used to be real pretty, now look at me. I'm a grey husk covered in this demonic shit. The cigarettes constantly cook my flesh. Years of the stench of my own flesh being seared. I would say it's had a pretty negative impact on my outlook and behavior.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Got any fucking question or what? Ouais, on a des questions. What's your motive for killing the council? Is that a joke, investigator?
Whatever you
You're
fucking
sending
say.
thugs, drag us citizens from the real world to your shithole island and treat us like cattle. We worship your gods while you leash our psychic energy.
Are you
I hate you.
fucking kidding
I
me?
hate the syndicate, I hate your council, that's my motive. I don't know about anyone else. Especially all you syndicate thugs.
sure.
What about the demon inside of
The
you?
demon wants to see this.
I can feel it on the edge of my consciousness all the time. Shadows on the periphery of my vision.
I don't like
Did
this.
it make you kill? This demon is pure rage, white hot, scalding rage has burned my mind for a decade. Demon wants to see this island scorch into nothing. Out anything to placate him. You killed the council and martial guards.
The demon wants to
I
see
don't
this
remember. I've been
scorched
told I
into
killed them, maybe I did. My memory is fleeting like mirage in the desert that disappear when I get close. Do you remember anything about the night? New night.
That's weird.
New night, the warrior goddess. My mind is like a desert covered in a fog. I can see things coming out of the fog, and sometimes I can walk toward them and latch on. My memory about last night is different. There is nothing there, no fog, no desert, just an expanse. Except I can see new night.
Sure.
Someone say new night to you last night? No, I don't know. Maybe. I think I saw the goddess. You saw a goddess. Was this before or after you were found by the marshal?
Well, fucking ever.
I don't know, investigator. Why don't you go and find out instead of making me do your job? Thailand has lots of statues of the gods. I need to find the statue of New Night. She's the goddess of warrior. The barracks may be a good place to start. Yuri last night. You see Yuri last night.
What fucking ever.
Who is that? Yeah. Did you kill the martial guards? Yes, no. If you say so. No memory. Are you beginning to get the hint? Henry, did you go through the second Holy Seal?
The investigator is here.
You go to the plateau on barely known planet in space to get to the council that night.
What a fucking surprise!
Can you even hear yourself? What the fuck does any of that mean? No memory? You're beginning to get it. Tell me how you escaped.
Fucking
Tell me.
My mind is like
I can't remember. Remember anything before you were possessed?
Desert.
Agitation, screams inside me. They woke me up for the first time in years.
That's
Screams?
strange.
There was a burst of them. My whole body felt like it was on fire. I burst out of this world.
Got it.
ID what caused it?
I'm shocked.
It's your job to
Done.
find out. Et peut-être qu'il a réagi aux morts du rituel de fin de l'île où on tue tout le monde. Tell me about how you ended up like
I'm
this.
shocked.
What's to tell?
Stunned.
A bored kid finds his calling, get punished for it.
Sure.
That calling being illegally communicating with the gods and causing a demonic invasion.
Not a
You all
fucking
need a
thing.
hobby. Now I'm here. Got a locked safe in your apartment. Can I get
I'm
into it?
shocked.
Get
Stunned.
fucked. What do you know about KJ's disappearance? Who the fuck is that?
Not a
Secret
fucking
Marshal.
thing.
Of course I saw her. She was supposed to execute me, right? I don't remember a fucking thing about what... But that's what was supposed to happen, right? Did you see Carmelina? Who? Did you see Crimson?
Whatever
Who is
you
that?
fucking say.
Did you see the doctor? How should I know?
Not a
Il a
fucking
vu
thing.
personne. Ce qui est normal.
What a fucking surprise.
Il a pas vu les gens, ça va. Let's
The
talk, Henry.
investigator
I
is
need to know
here.
more about you. Tell me about your childhood. How you know the usual enslaved, forced to worship nightmare gods, that kind of thing. Right in the United States. Barracks.
Are you fucking kidding me?
How do you people sleep at night? You abduct us from the real world and use us as cattle. Anarchy. Anarchy. Whole thing is messed up.
What?
What?
The investigator is here.
24 islands and we are no closer to our goal. All we've done is churn through citizens and lose each other to murder and demonic invasions. So why are you here? The cycle will continue one way or another. I'm trying to make it the best I can.
Whatever you
Whatever.
fucking say.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
There's nothing in your report about Henry seeing New Night during his escape.
Ce dracu.
There is only one statue of New Night on the island, correct? Why does it matter?
Mine is
Where
right.
is
I'll
it?
kill you.
Why do you
I
care?
don't
Just
like
answer the
this.
question. The statue is in the barracks. The goddess only gives her attention to
Got
soldiers.
it.
So how could Henry have seen last night? Couldn't have. The barracks are secure. quoting gibberish to confuse you.
When love dies,
Just
all
going to
that
ask
remains
Akiko.
are the
You take
facts.
him through the barracks last night.
Hot.
Are you out of your mind? You think I helped him escape? Nonsense. Goodbye. Ok. Ah, j'ai trop parlé, au secours. On a fait que des dialogues pendant 1 heure. Je ne peux plus parler. C'est fini. Hmm.
Ha. Ha.
Reste du thé. On va mettre une soupe blabla. Oui. Alors, attendez. Peut-être le thé à chauffer parce que là. Non, je ne parle plus ever again. Ok. Ok, donc les baraques, c'est un endroit important, mais je peux pas y rentrer là comme ça par la porte. Quoi. Leave. Ok.
Sure.
Analyzing.
What the hell? The investigator is here. Ha.
Donc les grilles étaient pétées, je suis aveugle. C'est quoi un streamer qui me parle le plus? Ouais, bah écoute, là ça me rend un peu admiratif les streams où il parle H24. Enfin, surtout là, vraiment, à lire du texte, j'ai pas soufflé quoi. Il y a de la musique en haut.
Looks crystal the same. Music contained.
Nouvelle musique.
Relic obtained.
Non! J'ai raté mon saut. Ah. Et là. Je mouline, je mouline.
Ha. Ha. Ha.
Salut Shinji.
That's weird.
How did Paradise last so long without an investigator? Makes you think, doesn't it? Untold millennia or few days. How long were you gone? And what happened in your absence? How many hidden crimes are buried beneath these apartments? Alors, il y a plusieurs choses qu'on peut faire.
Ha.
Ah, j'ai pas fait celle-là. plein de trucs qu'on peut aller voir. Hein. Du coup, il m'a pas donné la combinaison de son coffre. Ah, je peux vérifier. Ah oui, j'ai des téléphones à vérifier. J'ai le téléphone de Yuri. One Basket Playing Games. Elle est cachée. Ah si, elle m'a peut-être donné sa position.
Fast travel unlocked. Storage skills obtained. Relic obtained. Relic obtained.
Ah, pas de jump ici. Ah si. Trajet. Non, c'est bon. Ok. Là. Voilà.
Plus crystal obtained. Plus crystal obtained. Plus crystal obtained.
C'est-à-dire les Blood Crystal, c'est une bonne chose.
Plus crystal obtained.
Sometimes I just feel defeated, you know?
Wow.
How do you pick yourself back up? On my planet there is a musician I like. Creates music that takes me away from to another place. That sounds nice. I have a musician like that as well. I'm interested, Love Dice. This conversation is about me. Whatever, I'm going to smash some bottles or something. Bonjour Lizen. Ça va? Comment je fais? Oh si.
Plus crystal obtained.
C'est marrant qu'il y ait des trucs avec des petites plateformes. Voilà. Syndicate Apartment. Pas si pire, sommeil c'est de la merde. Ok. Bah écoute, moi ça va, ça va. Vrai mal alpha ne dort pas. Alors attendez, je vais chercher mon thé. Voilà, tout de suite. Ok. J'ai du thé. Donc tu y es mal dormir, ça te défonce physiquement. Ce n'était pas le cas avant. Ah. Après, je souffre plus, mais ça n'a jamais été une bonne chose de pas dormir. finalement. Oui, voilà, tu t'en tires, c'est ça. Ok, non, faut que je sorte de là. Alors. Qu'est-ce que je vais aller... Ah ouais, ça je sais pas du tout à quoi c'est relié. Et le jeu il est quand même dense hein, parce que je suis déjà à 5-6 heures et j'ai l'impression de rien savoir. Genre j'ai plein d'indices qui sont pas triés. Je vais aller... Alors les barracks c'est où est-ce qu'ils sont sur la carte? Factory, Active... Opulent Ziggurat. Ah j'y suis jamais allé. Large temple where most religious ceremonies are conducted. Oh. La tombe du syndicat. Paradise Gate, ouais, là où il y a la prochaine. Army, home of reality. Right. Il y a tellement de trucs. Marshall Barrack, ah si. Ok. Marshall Barrack, c'est au nord de ça. Ok.
Blue crystal with a tank.
Ashley Garden. Garden, ça c'est là-bas. Ok, ça c'est la même direction. Okay. Si je me perds pas. Par là. Ça c'est la maison de. Oh.
Blue crystal with a tank.
Marshall Barracks, Citizen Apartment. Attends, j'ai Marshall Barracks, c'est là. Ah, il y a un mur? Non? Non, c'est bon. Je vais y arriver. C'est pas par la route, mais c'est pas grave. Je sais pas où est la route. Je sais pas où est la route. Donc on va rentrer par là. Je trouverai l'entrée après, on va dire.
Blue crystal with a tank.
Je crois que j'y suis du coup là, mais Courthouse, non. Ah, je suis sur le toit? Et là, je suis où? Peut-être rater les baraques, ça va.
Fast travel unlocked. Gate saved. Dog in the tank.
Halt! This is a restricted area.
What do you want, freak?
Got it.
I have authority from judge. Need a direct permission from John Marshall Akiko to enter. He doesn't have jurisdiction. Judge does. I'm investigating at their behest. Now let me in.
Step back before I make you step back.
What the hell?
You're threatening me, the investigator? This is a military facility. I'm not obligated to let you in.
I only take orders from the Grand Marshal.
He isn't in charge here. John Marshall is John Marshall. I'm a marshal. This isn't getting me anywhere. Are you authorized to answer questions? No, I'm under orders to direct you to the Grand Marshal. Fantastic. What do you want, freak? You see Akiko on the night of the murder? Yes, she returned here after Henry escaped.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Got a way to prove that? Our word is all you need.
Is this a fact?
Hard to
Or a
believe the
trick?
word of the Grand Marshal's loyal troop. What do you want, freak? They want Akiko found record for last night. They are classified.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Grand Marshal Akiko is our leader, not you. What do you want, freak? Bon, on n'a pas réussi à rentrer du coup. On n'a pas été assez convaincant, je pense. Motive. Alibi breaker. Putain oui, on a son alibi, on peut casser son alibi. No alibi. Pas d'alibi breaker pour lui. Ah oui, c'est vrai que j'ai le téléphone de Witness. Où je retrouve, il y a une tour qui permet d'analyser pour savoir qui a été appelé quand. Je sais plus où elle est exactement. Enfin, je crois qu'elle est par là. Indicate HQ. Et Marshall, c'est pas par là. Hein. Ok, attends, c'est Judge Courthouse, ok. J'aille de ici, il faut que j'aille vers le Judge. Ah non.
Fast travel unlocked. Download
Justice, 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 justice. My old gun, when the time comes to execute justice, she will sing the song of punishment.
The investigator.
Are you our savior?
Why
Well,
is paradise worth saving?
I'm ready to start the trial. Have you found facts and crafted the truth? I'm ready to walk through with you. This with
The
you.
door to truth will open.
Still working on it, Judge. Ah, je peux lui poser des questions. Intéressant. Why did you make Architect the acting leader? Perfect 25 is our designer vision. The syndicate has been mortally wounded. We cannot let the move to the new island suffer as well.
I have a bad feeling about this.
The law forbids her to be on the council. They have not forgotten her father's crime. She is a temporary leader. We will go to the new island and she will step down.
Sure.
Any assurance of that? Marshals work for the council and the syndicate. They will ensure that she steps down.
Sorry.
I hope you're right. I'm almost salivating for the trial. Back when you're ready. Doesn't Witness to the End usually have authority at the end of an island? The remaining syndicate members are all submerged in the bubbling swamp of suspicion. This includes Witness.
Paradise feels wrong.
Just took jurisdiction. I am impartial. My ego was scrubbed a long time ago. I am fused to this island. I cannot move from the Chamber of Justice. You and I are the only one free of suspicion. You and I will understand the truth. Ouais, bon, ok, c'était même pas. Where are the rest of the syndicate? Some made it out, ferried through the paradise gates to the new island. The rest remain here, the gates sealed after the
What the
bloodbath.
hell?
Are they suspects as well? It is possible that they set a conspiracy in motion before they left. I doubt it, though. Criminals always return to the scene of the crime. They insert themselves in the narrative. They need to know. The rest of the syndicates are on the new island. The gates are sealed. They can't come back. They cannot revisit.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
I see. They can't exert influence from New Island or keep tabs on investigation. If you commit the crime to end all crime, you need to know how it is playing out. Focus on the suspects here. If a conspiracy was initiated by someone who was left, a co-conspirator will be on this island. You will reveal the truth through them. Why me? I nearly allowed Damned Harmony to wipe us out. You don't get exiled for a misdemeanor. You were the victim, not the criminal. The syndicate is wrong to punish those that smell the rose of a god's deception. The gods are insidious, slithering into your mind. Corruption by an astral deity is not consensual.
Ah,
You are the only one to have ever said that. I was bound by Montserrat and the council all those millennia ago. Now I can make it up to you. Thank you, Judge. Ok, il était de l'autre côté. Mountain Gorge, alors est-ce que j'arrive... Mountain Gorge, et maintenant il faut que je descende.
Relic obtained.
Thirteenth Island Sequence. The shame of Lady Love dies. She is deceived by Damned Harmony. She tries to let the God Hunters onto the island to kill us. Praise be to the Paradise Trigger for saving us. The opulent Ziggurats. Ah, je suis pas venu ici du coup. Bah go, hein.
Relic obtained.
C'est le lieu de culte apparemment. Là où on force les citoyens à prier les dieux.
Relic obtained.
Sympa la déco. Hein.
Love crystal obtained. Relic obtained.
Le lieu de culte où on a normalement tué tous les citoyens avant de passer à l'île suivante. Parce que c'est la vie. Quel enfer.
Relic obtained. Love crystal obtained.
Écoutez, c'est notre métier. Notre métier, c'est de ressusciter des dieux morts. Qui ont des envies meurtrières aussi.
Relic obtained.
spécialiste en ressuscitation de dieux génocidaires. C'est nous.
Relic obtained.
Quel enfer. There's an awful lot of random crabs scattered around the island, isn't there? There are vignettes of leaves once lived. That's a poetic way of saying trash. Not just scooping it all up, are you?
Sure.
The answers to mysteries are everywhere. Sorry, I'm keeping you from your hobby of collecting garbage. Don't let me interrupt. Wow. Combien l'architecture des lieux ici, c'est de la folie. Non, si. Je déteste ça. Et les deux en haut ils sont synchronisés mais ça va les refaire tourner. Donc là c'est les deux en haut. Là c'est tous. Ok, donc tous c'est le dernier. Donc ça va. Ah non, c'est 3 qui fait tous. Ok, 3 tu fais tous et toi tu fais quoi? Les deux premiers. J'ai réussi à désynchroniser. Deux premiers, tous. Alors ça change pas la synchronisation entre. On fait 3. Au secours. Tous. Un désynchronisé. Ok, tous. Tous. Oui! Du premier coup. Comme vous pouvez le voir.
Relic obtained.
Dieu du puzzle.
Blood crystal obtained.
Ah oui d'ailleurs, Lizen, comme t'as raté beaucoup de trucs, mais je peux... je rappellerai les trucs au fur et à mesure qu'on a appris, mais juste pour resituer le contexte, je rappelle, nous faisons partie du syndicat, qui est une organisation qui essaye de ressusciter des dieux morts, génocidaires, après des événements incroyables, guerre entre les hommes et les dieux dieux qui offrent au syndicat, donc à leurs fidèles fanatiques, le pouvoir de créer des îles dans une autre réalité. Et donc après, ils enlèvent des citoyens vers cette île, les ramènent et ils les forcent à prier dans le but d'essayer de ressusciter les dieux. Sauf que le problème, c'est que si tu te fais séduire par un dieu, tu ouvres aussi la voie à des démons qui détruisent les îles. Et donc on en est à la 24e île, pardon. On est à la 24e île qui échoue. Et la prochaine est censée être l'île parfaite, la dernière. Sauf que donc avant ça, ben il y a lui qui s'est fait Henry, qui s'est fait posséder par les démons et qui aurait tué tout le conseil, donc qui est la plus haute instance du syndicat. Donc là on enquête sur le meurtre. Oui, on joue les connards, exactement. On joue des lunatiques, fanatiques, religieux, complètement arrachés. Voilà, qui vont pas bien. Ils sont tous un peu dérangés. Voilà, en gros ce qui se passe. Et un truc qui est super cool, et une des plus grosses forces de ce jeu pour l'instant, c'est que du coup sur l'île, les îles servent justement à ce but, à faire de la machine à prier et à ressusciter les dieux. Et que quand tu visites, en fait, il y a toute l'architecture qui t'explique leur système. Là on est dans le lieu de culte, l'espèce de temple. Et quand l'île est terminée parce que les démons l'ont envahi et c'était de la merde, ils tuent tous les citoyens dans un grand rituel. Donc c'est pour ça, c'est là où on est là. D'où les statues très très weird de partout, c'est parce qu'ils prient des dieux assez horribles et chelous.
Blood crystal obtained.
Nightmare Compute. Ah, je peux pas. Ok, je peux pas ouvrir cet ordinateur. Et lui? Ah, lui je peux.
Nightmare computer. Nightmare computer unlocked. Key item obtained.
It is the grave of Grace Bloodlines, Henry's murder victim from when he was arrested. Starlight can verify that this is our blood vial. Donc Grace Bloodline, c'est la maman de Henry, et Henry du coup c'est le mec qui a invoqué dans un rituel les démons, et il a été possédé. Sachant que sur sa possession il a oublié les événements, mais tout le monde l'accuse d'être le coupable. Alors que clairement on a beaucoup d'arguments pour dire que c'était pas lui. Ou alors qu'il a pas pu le faire tout seul. Au minimum. That's her unique blood code. This is Great Bloodline Blood Vial. Why does One Last Kiss want me to find this? Ah c'est elle, oui. C'est elle qui nous avait dit de venir là. Ah oui, c'est Madame French Accent. Do you understand, investigator? Starlight confirms this is Grace Bloodline Blood Vial. Haunted Complex Christian Drifting Sand Satellite. That's the blood code from the vial, correct?
Sure.
You could only know that code if you were Grace Bloodlines or Chief Exorcist. You were murdered by Henry when he was arrested.
Are you happy with your tools?
Those are the facts, but are they the truth?
Do you understand, investigator?
What keeps someone from moving on? An obligation, purpose, an unending rage.
That's weird.
C'est ça, j'enquête pour retrouver la vérité. Sachant que le principe apparemment c'est que je pourrais là tout de suite aller faire un procès et... En fait tu peux... je sais qu'il y a plusieurs procès... Enfin dans le trailer c'est clair, en fait ils le disent, c'est que... Il y a plein de procès finaux possibles. Tu peux orienter le truc dans plein de directions selon quels indices tu vas utiliser. Et tu peux faire accuser n'importe qui. Donc je suppose qu'il y a une vérité finale, mais il y a plusieurs fins possibles. Plusieurs plus petites fins, quoi. Donc je suppose qu'il faut tout faire, enfin, c'est ça qui va être intéressant. Should read this. What is it? The official report of the murder of Grace Bloodline. What about the Holy Seals? I'd been waiting for that question. Do you know something about them? Another time, investigator.
Is this a fact?
Wait, I'm not done with you.
You paying attention, investigator?
Investigator, aren't you happy about last
I
night?
don't like this.
How to be happy about mass murder? That depends on your perspective. You have benefited directly from this mass murder. No more exile for the great investigator.
There is corruption on this island, investigator.
Demonic taint is the least of our worries when the syndicate is rotten. The council deserved nothing
The
less.
investigator is here.
Sounds like you have a motive.
Enjoy Perfect 24, investigator.
The syndicate is built on dead bodies. Egos and ambitions can only be sustained by death.
Aren't you paying attention, investigator?
I'm a casualty. Ça me fait trop rire. A casualty on the path. Left to bleed out for someone's benefit. Can you imagine what benefit that would be, investigator? The council deserve to die, sliced to ribbons. Tell me about this corruption. The syndicate is full of plotters and conspirators. So many of them have their little games. Last night someone played the winning hand. Do you know who did it? Yes and no. I have some answers, but not all. Where were you at the time of the murder? I have no alibi, investigator. You are the only person on this island that knows that I exist.
Got it.
Did you murder the council? Of course not, investigator. They deserve to die, but they deserve to be murdered by someone else. I have a vested interest in the whole system coming down, not just the top players. If I may offer some advice, the syndicate are all backstabbers. If you believe there is a conspiracy, break one of the suspects at trial. They'll crumble and will turn on each other. I look forward to our next conversation, investigator. I do hope you have more interesting questions.
One more kid.
Suspect. An unknown player in this madness. Oui, parce qu'elle, elle sort de nulle part.
That's
She
weird.
disappeared. She's a spirit lingering in this world driven by rage and revenge. Perfect.
Sure.
There is more to her death than the official story. She was murdered as part of some kind of plot that gives her real motive for killing the council. Let's look at the report of her murder. Henry became possessed and the arresting officer was Akiko. Akiko, donc Henry c'est celui qui est possédé. Akiko c'est la chef des marshals. Et les marshals c'est les soldats. Particularité des soldats sur l'île. Donc les soldats ils font notamment les opérations pour aller dans le vrai monde enlever les humains et les ramener ici pour prier. Et donc les marshals sont des humains entraînés par Akiko, leur chef qui est dans le syndicat. Et on sait que Akiko elle tombe amoureuse d'eux et Ken avec. Et du coup ce qui est complètement interdit et qui la rend louche parce que elle a demandé au syndicat de les rendre immortels avec eux et ça a été refusé. Donc elle tient à eux beaucoup, mais tout le monde s'en bat les couilles. Akiko requested the presence of Grace Bloodlines, the syndicate's exorcist. Et donc je me suis trompé, Grace c'est l'exorciste, excusez-moi, c'est pas la maman de Henry.
Got it.
Mais l'exorciste est mort. Enfin morte du coup, parce que visiblement c'est elle là qu'on vient de voir apparaître devant. During the exorcism, Akiko left the room and Henry took the opportunity to kill Grace by strangulation. His demonic strength allowed him to break through his restraints and quickly kill her. He apparently carved the same symbol scorched into his skin into Grace's
I
body.
have a bad
Before his
feeling about
arrest,
this.
Henry murdered his own mother, Rina Division. Ouais, voilà, c'est elle la mère. J'ai confondu les deux. Et les deux personnes qui sont mortes des mains de Henry quand il s'est fait posséder par les démons. Strangled her and scorched her body with demonic sigils.
The investigator
Boom
is
Jazz,
here.
c'est le docteur, examined the bodies and confirmed it. Henry was subdued, arrested and pronounced guilty without a trial. One Last Kiss seemed to think this isn't so straightforward. I need to speak to Akiko about the lapse in procedure and Henry to see if he remembers anything, which is unlikely. Maybe Doom Jazz can help since he examined the victim. Moult nouveaux éléments incroyables. Ah oui, celui-là je peux pas. Donc là on rappelle, on est dans la tombe du syndicat. Coming out de droite. It's a real shame about the murder, isn't it? Hard to have a good time when everyone is so worked up. Hunting though. I'm really am. I'm off to hunt crows. N'importe quoi. Dead Goat. Dead Goat, c'est le dieu original du syndicat. Enfin, original dans le sens où il a entendu leur. Il a récompensé leur fidélité en leur offrant le pouvoir de créer les îles juste avant de mourir. C'est la dernière chose qu'il a fait. Voilà.
Fast travel unlocked. Getting saved. Starlight in the paint. One last kiss.
Oh mon dieu. Attendez, je vais boire un coup de thé avant de quitter le menu, je vais vous laisser le décor. Voilà. Profitez de la décoration. En vrai, ça fait 1h40 que je lis et je crois que j'ai plus la force, donc je vais juste arrêter là. Ça va être plus simple. Arrêter là.
Getting saved.
À la limite, Lizen, si tu veux jouer à LoL, je suis chaud. Je suis plutôt chaud. Si t'es pas trop fatigué. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. Oui, bonne journée Minours, ça plu. Tu sors de ton lit. Incroyable. Chouchou.